The movie opens with Yelena Bova, known as Black Widow, perched atop a skyscraper. She leaps down and smashes into a laboratory. She takes down the first guard and continues her way forward. Deeper inside, she battles more guards and retrieves the experiment and artifact she was assigned to collect for Valentina and the OXC organization. A scientist tries to stop her at gunpoint and warns her that Valentina's Project Sentry could doom the world. Yelena replies that it might actually be its salvation. She disarms him and pins him, but during the struggle, he grabs the weapon and fires at her. Yelena takes what she needs and detonates the lab before informing Valentina. Over in Washington, D.C., Bucky Barnes is now serving as a congressman and is attending a hearing where Valentina is under fire for running covert operation. Her trusted aide Mel is also present. The judge accuses her of running illegal laboratories overseas and turning regular people into superhumans. Valentina defends her actions by referencing the Red Hulk incident and argues that without the Avengers, someone had to step up during world crises. She urges the Congressional Committee to drop the probe. At the same time, Yelena visits Alex Shastakov at his home where he lives in solitude. She opens up about feeling dissatisfied with her work and still mourning Natasha's passing. After their chat, Yelena leaves and reaches out to Valentina, asking to be reassigned. Valentina agrees and sends her on a new task: to infiltrate a mountain vault where OXC keeps top-secret materials. Her target is Ava Starr, and her orders are to eliminate her. When Yelena arrives to find Ava, she's ambushed by U.S. Agent John Walker. She tells him he's not her objective, but Walker insists she is his and proceeds to beat her. Just as he's about to land the final blow, Antonia Draov intervenes and attacks Walker, claiming he's her own. Ava then shows up. With the ability to vanish, chaos breaks out between the four of them. They all begin battling each other's targets until Ava reappears before Antonia and fatally shoots her. After Antonia falls, Yelena, Ava, and Walker meet a strange man named Robert. He tries to flee, but the facility locks all exits. They confront him at gunpoint, demanding to know who sent him. Robert insists he came on his own. They soon realize they were all dispatched by Valentina, with orders to eliminate one another. The artifacts in the facility also belong to OXE. Ava attempts to phase out, but a high-frequency device disables her power. Yelena locates the energy source, and Walker smashes it. Ava then manages to pass through and unlocks the exit, allowing them to flee just as the room begins incinerating. Yelena becomes trapped in a flashback. She sees herself as a girl luring Anna into the woods, her first mission in the Red Room. She comes to and realizes she was clutching Robert's hand. She quickly lets go and checks on him. Walker wakes and questions Robert's presence, suspecting he isn't just a bystander. Robert replies he has no clue how he got there, only that he woke up in the facility. He taunts Walker, calling him a wannabe Captain America. Infuriated, Walker tries to attack, but Yelena steps in. Walker and Ava start looking for a way out. Robert suggests they climb by forming a chain along the wall. They agree and attempt it. During the climb, Walker nearly falls after grabbing one of Yelena's batons, but they all reach the top safely. At the top, Walker touches Robert's hand and sees a haunting memory. He's arguing with his wife who feels neglected because he obsesses over public image and ignores their child. Meanwhile, Valentina attends a gala with Mel, and Bucky is also there, colluding with Congressman Gary to bring Valentina down. As they talk, Bucky approaches Mel and hands her his contact, inviting her to work with someone more transparent. Mel leaves with Valentina but later checks the surveillance from the vault. She discovers Yelena, Ava, and Walker escaped and are now allied. She alerts Valentina. Later, Mel contacts Bucky. He pleads for her to testify, but she refuses and instead instructs him to track her phone. Elsewhere, Valentina orders a group of mercenaries to eliminate Yelena. Armed squads arrive at the facility. Inside, the trio battles their way through. They eliminate some guards and disguise themselves in their uniforms to sneak out. As they exit, Ava finds a van. Robert hides in the back while the others sit up front. At the gate, they're stopped and asked for identification. Unable to answer, suspicions rise. Suddenly, a gunshot echoes from the van. Robert steps out and distracts the guards so the others can escape. The guards open fire, riddling him with bullets. Valentina orders them to hold fire, reminding them she needs Robert alive. Shockingly, Robert is unharmed by the bullets. He rises into the sky, flying, but blacks out midair and crashes back into the vault. Valentina's team then seizes him. Yelena, Walker, and Ava trek through the desert in search of shelter. By morning, Alex arrives, disguised as Valentina's limo driver. He offers help after learning Yelena was being hunted. They hop in and drive away. But soon, a fleet of vans packed with shooters follows and opens fire. Ava tries using her ability again, but it's blocked by another sonic weapon. At the right moment, Bucky arrives and throws grenades, obliterating the attackers. Back at the vault, Robert regains consciousness to see Valentina. She explains he's become Sentry, a being of extraordinary power. When he asks about Yelena and the others, she lies and labels them criminals. She manipulates him into trusting her. When she touches his hand, she sees her past, letting a stranger in who later killed her father. Robert swears he can control his powers. Meanwhile, Bucky detains Yelena, Alex, Walker, and Ava. Later, Mel calls him and exposes Valentina's plans involving Robert, now the Sentry. She reveals his records show he was mentally unstable when chosen for the project. Bucky agrees to join Yelena and stop the upcoming disaster. Valentina, having overheard Mel, tells her that in the world, villains exist, but worse ones always rise. She admits she's no saint but claims she's stopping something worse. The team heads to confront Valentina, but Sentry quickly defeats them. His strength is unmatched. Feeling defeated, they head outside in despair, believing they failed because they're not real heroes. As the group separates, Alex follows Yelena, who breaks down, confessing she feels lost and numbs her pain with alcohol. Alex gives her hope, reminding her of her strength. Yelena regains composure, but they spot people gazing skyward. Sentry has ascended and transformed into the Void. He begins engulfing New York in darkness, turning people into shadows. The Thunderbolts regroup to protect the citizens, but the Void spreads. Yelena decides to venture into the Void to confront Sentry. Inside, she's bombarded by traumatic visions, including Anna's death. She fights through the illusions and reaches Robert, sitting quietly in a room. His memory reveals childhood abuse and a mother who blamed him for trying to protect her. Yelena speaks to him, reminding him not to bury his pain like she once advised. As the others arrive in the Void, Robert's dark side, the Void, attacks and binds them. Robert fights back, but the more he resists, the stronger the Void becomes. Yelena and the others break free and embrace Robert, reminding him he's not alone. With their support, Robert calms, and the Void dissipates. The city returns to normal. Outside the Void, Robert has no recollection of what occurred. The Thunderbolts confront Valentina, but she holds a public event and claims she created the team as a new superhero initiative. The crowd cheers as she introduces them as the new Avengers. Yelena whispers to her that this means she now answers to them. In the mid-credits, Alex is seen in a grocery store, looking at the new Avengers on a cereal box, just like his old fantasy.